My wife's Korean. Her English was good when I met her. It's gotten way, way better. She's almost totally fluent now. But there were some snafus when we started dating. It was actually nice in the long run to have something other than my horrible personality to blame when there was some miscommunication. I could just say, oh, I think we misunderstood each other. Now I get what you're saying, and I definitely agree that I should do that very obvious thing that I should have learned by this age to do for women when these things happen. Well, I remember one time there was something wrong with my phone, and she told me to call the charger. And this started a back and forth that replayed itself throughout my life the whole time I was in South Korea, mostly with her, but not always with her, with other people also. And this is how the routine went. They said something, in this case, call the charger. And I stopped what I was doing and took a moment and then looked at them and said, what? And again, this has happened multiple times. They say it again, for example, call the charger. And I look at them and take a moment and then say, what? And they look at me and just with the same tone of voice and the same pronunciation, no attempt to explain what they mean, just say it again harder and louder. Call the charger! And I sit there and I begin to crack, and I'm like, what? Call the charger, the charger, the charger, the person in charge. And I'm like, yes, of course. That would be the person to call, the person who's in charge. Right, I get it now. Why was that so hard for me to understand? Duh! If there's something wrong with my phone, I should call the charger. Duh! That makes sense to me now. I get it now. How about instead of just screaming the same thing over and over, you do something to explain like that, like say it in different words. I think there were several more steps of call the charger. What? And it got more and more desperate until finally she realized it wasn't working and she stopped badgering me with the same. It was like psychological torture. Say there are 3 lights. No, there's 2 lights. Call the charger. Call it. I was looking at the wall. There's a thing plugged into the wall that I charge my phone with. And I'm like, is there like a *23 like code that you use to call the charger? And what's the charger going to say when it picks up? What's happening in this country? I know you guys are pretty advanced, but I don't understand. So that's one story. I have a bunch of them.